So what is your name?
My name is Mark.
Okay, where'd you grow up, Mark?
I grew up in Pennsylvania mostly, on the East Coast. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is where, like, from about 3rd grade on, I was at, yeah.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, actually, I was in Bakersfield before I came here to Vegas. And I was there for, quite some time, like at least 10 years. You know, so that's basically what I tell people I was from, you know, because explaining where you're from it could take a long time.
What brought you here to Las Vegas?
You know, I came to Vegas to get away from the sheriffs in Kern County.
Okay, all right. And how did you think that you end up to this spot, like as a homeless?
Do you mean as in this spot here in Vegas,
yeah,
or being homeless?
Homeless in general, yes.
Just how did I end up homeless?
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of contributing factors, but at some point I just realized that everything is so ridiculous because all we do is we're just fed lies constantly by the media, and you know, we're raised to believe that money is a real thing. That's, you know, it's just a tool. It's not the be all end all. You know, I mean, it's like you gotta learn what a shovel's called before you can really say you're an excellent ditch digger. You know.
How has the experience been like?
You know, up until this COVID bit, for myself, because I'm an artist, you know, and I promote certain things, I was fine. You know, my lifestyle, I'm homeless because I choose not to have the bills and the possessions that most men let define themselves. You know, I mean, of course I need some money for this and that and the other, you know, because, you know, not everybody wants to get a line of bullshit, you know.
What do you do for money?
I play guitar, tell jokes, facilitate fucking drug deals in the middle of the night.
Okay, have you had any actual jobs?
Yes. I used to have a union job. I had a $1 deductible for everything. You know, I've done sales. I've done, you know, yeah, I've worked plenty. You know, I mean, the only reason I'm not working now is because I have not looked for a job in over 15 years. But I'm happy doing what I do. I play music. I create art, and you know, I came here to get away from where I was at, which was Bakersfield. I had a nice following of people there, and it's just, you know, right now it's hard to pull together a tribe because everyone's scared, you know, thinking that maybe a bandana is going to keep them safe, you know, over their face. You know, if you're here now, you're alive, you know. Well, wait to see what happens when the tequila virus comes around.
Where do you sleep during the summer?
You know, I try not to. I do a lot of dope. No, I'm fucking with you. This summer, I hope to sleep in another state because it's hot as hell out here in the desert. But if I'm here, you know, I guess I'm looking for a corridor in a hotel somewhere.
Okay, and that's the same thing for winter?
Well, winter around here, I'm from Pennsylvania, where winter can kill you. Here, it's rather nice. You know, it doesn't really bother me so much in winter. I mean, it's, you know, you gotta have a blanket when you lay down, and if you're sleeping outside, you know, find a windbreak.
Right. Do you have any contact with your family?
That's a sore point because I'm definitely the black sheep. I talked to my brother a little bit because he's the only one that's still, even though I didn't do what I was supposed to do, you know, or, you know, I'm supposed to just do right. You know, my parents just didn't want me hanging out with strange people in bathrooms doing drugs, but that's what I'm into.
And how was your relationship with your parents?
You know, I was a punk ass kid. I'm surprised. I tell my dad when I do talk to him. I mean, you know, I tell him I love him and everything, and you know, I mean, he definitely provided. You know, I mean, like I hear about these kids, like, you know, I ran away from this and that. You know, there's all kinds of terrible tragedy. Well, you know, I ran away from home because I wanted to do drugs. You know, not a wise decision, but it's what I did.
Now, tell me about your childhood. Did you
That was
grow
good.
up?
My father he's a professor. He's not only a musician. Now he's a doctor of music. But because as you know, any good education continues, and he's done that. And you know, I was raised rather well. I mean, we ate out quite often. You know, my folks never fought in front of me. I mean, I know there's issues as any couple would have, but you know, they're very respectful of the fact that they're raising a child. And you know, I mean, like I said, my dad, how is it that you didn't just bury me in the backyard and say I ran away or something? You know, because I put him through like 10 kinds of hell that they didn't deserve on any level, you know.
What kind of things did you go through as a child?
Did I go through?
Yeah.
I went through bags of weed and acid, and I went through drugs. I didn't go through any trauma. I had a great childhood, you know, and I ran away from that, which is kind of strange, you know, if you think about it.
At what age do you say that?
You know, I'm gonna say, you know, I think I started smoking pot when I was like maybe almost 14, around that age, you know, and after about like doing it a few times, I pretty much decided I was going to commit myself to drugs for the rest of my life, and I've been pretty thorough with that.
Okay, now what is the craziest thing that you have witnessed in the streets?
Well, there's a lot of silly shit that goes down, you know. I mean, when you say crazy, you know, the thing is my level as to what crazy is. I mean, I live with crazy, so it's kind of normal for me, you know. I mean, I see people get naked and fucking set themselves, you know, not on fire, but they kind of do because you know they're playing with fire, you know. And you know, I mean. I think my favorite thing that I've, you know, I just really like the chaos that ensues, you know, is what I like. Because, funniest thing. I mean, if I was to boil it down to one thing, you know, I'd have to say it was a dude that had a fucking, he had a, what do you call it? Hamster, not a hamster, guinea pig. He had a guinea pig in his pocket all the time. And, well, you know, I'll tell you what the funniest thing. I had a chicken, okay? Because you'll see these people that panhandle and they have a dog, and they're homeless, and they use their dog as the prop for panhandling. Like, you know, yeah, feed my dog. Blah, blah. You know, I got really sick of that because I panhandle. I ask people straight up, I need some hooker money. You know, or whatever, you know. Hey, look at me, I'm an old man now, I gotta pay for it, you know, can you help out? You know, other kinds of silliness, you know. I just talk to people, you know, and it's like, you know, when you're using a crutch like a dog, I don't know, for a minute there I thought I was a purist of panhandling. And so I got this chicken, you know, you can buy them from the places down in the barrio, like I get a chicken for $3, a little chickie, right, you know, and they're great because they'll follow you around. You know, and you don't have to feed it, find its own food, peck it, you know, like, okay, so I go to sleep and the next day it's a little bit bigger, you know, and you know, the thing is, so I would roll up on someplace and some dude's there with his dog, you know, and talking about this is my spot. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man, your dog's gonna eat my chicken, man, I'll fucking call you in an SPCA. And,
what's the best time of your life? Your best memory, I want to say.
My best memory would be any time I'm with a woman, especially one I love. Mostly my wife. The times I had with her. Yeah, we have a beautiful daughter, who's doing quite well.
So you're still married?
No. Okay. She's dead. No, I'm not married. Anyways, no, I'm not married.
Okay. What are 3 things you consider yourself good at?
You know, I like to promote fun and good and chaos. And I have an eye for art, and I'm a musician, and I have apathy. Is this for a school project?
No, this is for actually I'm starting a YouTube channel about the lifestyle. Well, I already do.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, a lifestyle that, you know what I mean, that not everybody gets to hear, so it's like a voice.
Well, actually, I want to bring, you know, I'm trying to put something together like that myself. I want to call it Greasy Pipe Productions.
Sounds great.
And yeah, you know, the thing is, I don't want to necessarily glamorize it or document it, but I want to I want to revel in it, if that makes any sense, you know. I mean, because like I said, myself, I've been doing this for 15 years on this stretch, you know. And early on, like, I got kicked out of my apartment, you know, I got fucked is what happened, and this has happened to me before. And I just decided, you know, I'm done with. I was doing sales. I mean, I'm a phone guy. I'm not a telemarketer. I'm a phone man. You know, I talk to people on the phone and get them to give me $10,000. You know, you know, on a credit card, or you know, send that. You know. Anyways, you know, so I've done that and I've had things, but you know, I just realized that, you know, that's all they are, is things. You know, I mean, the journey is much better than the destination. And I'm perfectly happy with being homeless. I mean, right now is a bad time for me because when I came to this town 5 years ago, when I came through the first time, it was rocking off the hook, man. I mean, I'd sit out there or by the MGM or, you know, Caesars, play my guitar on one of the bridges, and in 3 hours I'd be so loaded because everyone's getting me high, drinking me out, and fucking I got food. I got like $40. You know, I got some girl who's like, you know, I fit a certain niche for divorcees, you know, and you know, I mean, and it's just fun, you know, and it's not like that right now. I mean, it's like I can go out there and do something, but you know, it doesn't make any sense because, you know, it's just this town isn't what it was without all the people. You know, you need people to make good times happen.